The last thing I wanted to talk about in this episode is like realizing and remembering that seasons of life will change. And what you have to do is just hang on though. You know, for those who live in kind of temperate climates, so, you know, you get all 4 seasons. It happens like almost every season and every year. I think sometimes we forget that like winter will end. So we were concerned about cold and snow and stuff like that. The winter season will end. Spring will come. For those who, you know, have allergies and don't like pollen and stuff during the springtime, you have to remember that spring will end. Summer will come. And then during the summertime, you know, it's hot, humid, you don't like it. Summer will end. Summer will end. And fall comes. And on. Like the cycle continues. But I think sometimes we forget that. We forget that things change. And especially if we're going through a hard season, it's hard to hang on. It's hard to stay motivated. It's hard to keep the foresight, I guess, to know that like the season's going to end. It's not going to be bad always. I think the reason it's important, and I think I was thinking about that, is because of the COVID situation. Like in that moment, it's just like, yo, this is never going to end. This is never going to end. Like I'm not going to get better. My test is going to always be positive and I'm not going to be able to work. I'm going to be stuck, or like I'm not going to feel normal again. I'm not going to get better. But sometimes we have to remember that the seasons will end. And I think as another reason why as men, we got to get counseling, and we have to have an emotional release valve. We have to process and manage our emotions and mental health until we get to a better season. So like, keep your head up. If you're in that kind of season, if you're in a situation where you feel like it's not going to get any better, or you can't really see the light at the end of the tunnel, you can't see the silver lining around the cloud, like it just seems hopeless. Like you got to keep your head up, and you have to do the work to get healthy, and know and remember and hold on to hope that better is coming. It comes when we stay focused on what we can control, not other people or stuff we have no real power over. And I think it starts with our own health and well-being. Times will change. Things will get better if we hold on to hope. As hard as it, and as difficult as it is, especially when you're going through it, like when you're going through the suck. And I know like a lot of people in the military talk about that. Like there's just moments that things just suck. It's hard to remember that, again, things will change. The season will end and another season will begin. And we have to hold on to hope. We have to remind ourselves. We have to find whatever sliver of optimism and keep displaying it, reminding ourselves of it, so that we can grow, so that we can make it through the season, so that we can sustain ourselves, so that we can continue to be beneficial even in our low moments. But again, that's why it's important that we use tools and the resources like counseling or an emotional release valve or talking to a brother when we're in those low moments, to help us to navigate that, to help us manage our mental and emotional health. We got to do that. And keep in mind that seasons will change. Seasons will change. So just hang on, just stick it out and keep reminding yourself that it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And like, that's the trick of the enemy, is to make us think that it's not going to get better and that we're going to stay exactly in the same place. That's really the enemy trying to help us give up. Because if the truth of the matter is there's better on the other side of the mountain or whatever, the enemy doesn't want us to get to the other side of the mountain. He doesn't want us to grow. He doesn't want us to hold on to hope. He doesn't want us to continue to mature. Doesn't want us to make it. So if he can grab us with depression or anxiety and just paralyze us in a negative place so that we're no longer being beneficial, so that we're no longer being good or being in a good place, that's the victory for him. But we have to fight back by reminding ourselves and holding on to truth that it's going to get better, and that things can change, and that seasons will change, and that it won't rain always. There's a song by this group I love, POD, called It Doesn't Rain Always. Something like that. I probably got the title wrong. But it's the truth. Like, no matter the situation, it's not going to rain always. Things will change. Things will improve. And even though it feels like a season can feel like 4 seasons, stuff can still get better. And we just got to use the tools to keep our hope alive, to keep ourselves alive, to stay healthy, control what we can control, and just hold on and know that whatever season you're in, the next season is coming. A better season is coming. you know? So I just want to encourage you and remind you, hold on. Hold on. It's going to be okay. Hold on.